It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Cleveland Browns and the New York Jets. Next on Madden NFL 25.
Travel west from Midtown Manhattan through the Lincoln Tunnel to the Jersey side. It's MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, glad to have you in the booth with us here on EA Sports. Greg, this is one of those intriguing matchups because we have a couple of quarterbacks, that most important position, trying to bounce back after seasons where injury derailed their hopes for a good campaign.
And it's just so difficult when you look back on each of these teams' prior season just last year. It's hard to separate how much of their up and down, how much of their struggles was because of the injuries at the quarterback positions, whether they were in the game or just battling through on game day, or was it the rest of the roster? Well, I think with both of these quarterbacks now being healthy and back to looking like their old selves, we're going to get a lot better idea of just how good the rest of these rosters are now that their two quarterbacks are back on the field.
Panay Wanwu now to return. Now an opening past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. So the Jets offense ready to take over for the first time. They are led by their quarterback, the future Hall of Famer, Aaron Rodgers.
There's not many guys, Mike, in NFL history that while their career is still ongoing, they already are considered a no-brainer finding themselves in Canton one day. And this guy is certainly at the top of the list. Let's not forget, this is not some washed-up quarterback who can't let go of the past. He is still capable of playing at an all-pro level. And if he continues to do so, any team he's on is going to be a Super Bowl contender.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. That's caught by the tight end, Tyler Conklin. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
A gain there of 23 yards. Good for a Jets first down.
This is a combination of footwork and vision. His ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On play action, Rodgers. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. And that defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
And he'll take this down right to the edge of the red zone, 21. That was Jordan Hicks who got him down. Third and 6. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. He's got his man, complete to Wilson. It's a gain of 13, and it's 1st and goal.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target.
That is caught in the middle of the end zone. Garrett Wilson. Touchdown, Jets. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Greg Zuerlein now for the point after. He knocks it through, and the Jets will take a 7-0 lead. So after the touchdown at the other end, Zuerlein is out to kick this one off. On the return, it's Jerome Ford. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. Leading them out, the veteran quarterback first-round pick back in 2017, Deshaun Watson.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from their opening whistle. Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Now the Georgia Bulldog. Here's Nick Chubb. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass. You can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
That's caught by Ford. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. That's complete. It's Cedric Tillman. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
They'll run. This is Jerome Ford. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Bats to the open man, it's Tillman. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
They bring Judy in motion. Here comes the jet sweep. And he's going to take this all the way home. Jerry Judy. Touchdown, Browns.
Just a great way to finish off a drive, and it was something they thought they had a matchup advantage all week long, was in the ground game. And you can see here, they executed at the offensive line. He got some nice blocks downfield from his wide receivers and tight ends, and he was able to do the rest.
Dustin Hopkins now to add the extra point. It's up and good. And the Browns come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Set to return is Xavier Gibson. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Jets offense ready to see the football for the second time. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. He'll move this one ahead to the 31-yard line. Myles Garrett able to bring him down. Here's 2nd and 6. Another run here with Hall. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
Here comes 3rd and 6. From the gun, Rodgers. That's taken in by Conklin, the tight end. 12 yards on that hookup, and the Jets have a first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
On the handoff, it's Hall running right. That's a short pickup to about the 47. Denzel Ward in on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 6. Rodgers. He's got his man, Devontae Adams. And he is taken down. A big gain on that one. Great way for them to end this opening quarter. Whole lot of extra muscle over there on the left side for this 1st and 10. Give up the middle with Hall. And he'll be taken down.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line. From a little closer, here's 2nd and goal. One more time, they give it to Hall. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Reese Hall, touchdown, New York. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Now Zerline on to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Jets will move out to a 14-7 lead. So after the touchdown at the other end, Zerline is out to kick this one off. Here comes Ford on the return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Browns offense ready for their second possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. They bring Judy in motion. Look to hit him with the jet sweep here to begin this drive.
When you come across on a jet sweep, Mike, you're hoping once you get the ball, all you see is green grass and open space. Well, in this case, he had a lot of unhappy defenders waiting for him, and they're able to put him down behind the line.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. He'll get this complete to Jerry Judy. A pickup of 15 in the air. It's a Browns 1st down.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
And he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
To throw on 2nd down is Watson.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
Here's 3rd and 2. We'll try and run it here, and it's Chubb. And he's going to be close to that 1st down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a 1st down.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
Here's Moore now. He gets it on the jet sweep. And that one shut down right away. Good pressure on the backside. The defense stops him for no gain.
Well, that defense had that pegged from the jump, Mike. They tried to catch him a little off guard by doing a jet sweep to the wide receiver. There was no going anywhere on the outside. Great pursuit by the defense. No gain.
Up the middle. Here's Ford. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. throwing is Watson. Here's a screen set up for 4. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
Anytime you call a running back screen, the key is the relationship between the offensive line and their running back. They have to be in sync perfectly to set up the big play. That wasn't the case here on 3rd down. He gets tackled short of the sticks.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. Breece Hall making his way back out there as the Jets are on offense again. They'll come up here 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Rodgers now. Got a man downfield. It's Devontae. A gain there of 27 yards. A-Rod now to throw on 1st down. That's caught over the middle. It's Wilson. And he's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. Second and a yard. Rodgers going up top again. That's to the running back, Breece Hall. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets. It puts so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
That's into the hands of Xavier Gibson. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a 1st down.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a 1st down.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. That is caught. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal. Now the Jets going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half. From the 1-yard line, 1st down and goal. They'll run. It's Hall. Good blocking, and he's in. Breece Hall. Touchdown, Jets. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
Extra point try now for Zerline. It's up and through. And the Jets will take a 21-7 lead. little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Browns offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Watson. That's over the middle and caught by Judy. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Shotgun snap to Watson. He's got his man, the tight end, David Njoku. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Here's 1st and 10. Watson. He finds Judy on that one. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. When you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day.
Dustin Hopkins on now for the field goal. This one from 54 yards out. And this is no good. Could not get it on target. And they do not cut into the deficit.
You know, the hardest part about these missed kicks, Mike, is for all the guys that work so hard to put the ball in position to come away with points. You kind of trot off the field. You're hoping that next possession has a different result.
We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
All right, Michael, thanks very much as we welcome you into our downtown Orlando studios and the EA Sports Halftime Report. We were treated to a solid first half out of the running back, Breece Hall. He chipped in a couple of touchdown runs as he was running with determination right from the word go.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. The first half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. Browns offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Off play action, here's Watson. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
And I like the idea of moving the pocket. It makes it harder for the defense to rush the passer, but you have to account for the end man on the line of scrimmage. And that guy's job is to set an edge. Nobody gets outside of me. In this case, the quarterback. You've got to be better protecting your edges anytime you put your quarterback on the move.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Fake the handoff. Now Watson. This one caught by Akins. That will make 3rd down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one.
That quarterback called that play in the huddle. That ball was only going to one guy. He was the first read, the second read, and the check down. And it was called to perfection. They got the perfect look and led to a nice game.
From the gun here on third down, Watson. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Michael Carter. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, Mike, I think it's pretty clear what the message was by this head coach at halftime. He said, listen, guys, we're behind. We're trailing. We're going to come out early in this second half and be aggressive from the get-go and cut into this deficit. But oftentimes, reckless decision-making, over-aggressive play calling leads to turnovers. Now, this defense finds themselves heading back out onto the field a little earlier than expected, but they need to hold serve and keep this score right where it is.
He'll run it out of the gun, and it's Hall. He'll manage only a couple. Denzel Ward in on the tackle. They'll come up on a second down and 8. They'll go again with Hall. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
They need to get it to the 27. This is third down. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down.
And that just can't happen. Third and long, just understand, contain the ball, rally tackle, just get the ball carrier on the ground. Not only not able to get to him inside the pocket, he's able to extend the play with his legs and pick up a huge, long first down.
They'll try the right side with Hall. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's second and 2. Play action now with Rodgers. A throw left side, taken in by Wilson.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
They can still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. They give to Hall. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down. They will run it over center with Hall. And he'll be near the first down marker. It's called a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on third down. To throw is Rodgers. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Aaron Rodgers. Touchdown, New York. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Initially looking to throw it for the touchdown, couldn't find anything, so Greggy takes care of business himself, using his legs for the touchdown.
Well, it was clear early on, Mike, that this defense was expecting the pass, and after matching all the receivers in the end zone, this quarterback realized quickly it was his legs that he was going to need to rely on to get the ball across the goal line.
So after the touchdown at the other end, Zerline is out to kick this one off. Here comes Ford on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on first down. On the ground, it's Chubb to start this drive. And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Once again, it's Chubb. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. C.J. Mosley, the veteran linebacker, there to shut it down. Here's a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. His throw left is complete with Judy.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
The Jets offense and Breece Hall getting set for this next drive. And as we look at the highlights, you see it's been tough to stop him here today. Couple of touchdowns in this ball game. He has, without a doubt, been the driving force in this offense so far. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Ward. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
The Browns offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll begin with great field position, a short field, in fact, as they start with a 1st down. Watson going to give it to Chubb. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
At this point in the game, Mike, we just haven't seen a lot of fire out of this offense. Here's another run, simple handoff, no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Njoku, the tight end, is the one in motion. On the ground, it's Chubb. And once again, they try the same runner. They get the same result. Back-to-back carries of no gain. Now it's 3rd down.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
Backs to the open man. It's Tillman. 19 yards on the pickup for number 19. And it's a 1st down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
A play fake. Now Watson to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by C.J. Mosley.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They'll run. This is Hall. And he'll get this up close to a 1st down, working it to the 33-yard line. Third and a yard. Play fake. It's Rodgers. He's got his man. Complete to Wilson. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
On 1st down, they go right back to Hall. He's got space inside the 25. And he's going to be taken down.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. From the gun, Rodgers. Catch made right side by Wilson. And he'll be taken down.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the 4th quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So really nice job here late. You're going to see if they can put this one out of reach.
To throw, it's Rodgers. He's got it at the 3. And he's in. Tyler Conklin. Touchdown, New York. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
I was tired of flying college and stuff this way. So I got this shirt I thought, now, I don't have to work. I got like super no time. And I switched from regular forward.
Now Zerline for the extra point.
And then we're getting a stretch golf trip for the top from college. I have really so many products.
The kick is good. And the Jets will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
20% off today is in our TV at college program. So that's business. That's what you do. And it's true. From alcohol to now just spring it and find a short solution. Watch what experience. Don't be let spring.
So after the touchdown at the other end, Zerline is out to kick this one off. Here comes Ford on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and quarterback Deshaun Watson getting set for their next drive. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. Watson now on first down. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. The big fella, Quinn Williams, forcing his way in for the sack.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
To throw on second down is Watson. He's going to tuck it and go.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
Third and long. Back to throw is Watson. That's caught. It's the tight end, Njoku. They get 16 on that connection. First down, Cleveland.
It's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
To the left side, he's got Njoku. Second down and 8. Now it's Watson. A throw caught by Judy on the outside.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
They'll look to pick this up third and a yard. Throwing again is Watson. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a first down.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Again, it's Watson. We'll go right back to Njoku. He's got it again. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
I think the rest of those receivers in the huddle have all come to the realization that they might not be getting a target anytime soon. And frankly, I don't blame them. I mean, they're riding the hot hand, and rightfully so. Until this defense proves that they can stop him in the passing game, I expect the quarterback to just continue to go back to him time and time again.
And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. To the air again, Watson. Now sets up a screen for Chubb. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Watson to throw again. Open man, and that's Tillman. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. They have converted twice on 3rd down on this drive, and they need a yard here with 3rd and 1. Got his man at the 6. And he's into the end zone. Cedric Tillman. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Mike, this is a great example of a wide receiver who just truly understands the concept of spacing. When you're open, stay open. If you're not open, get open. And when you can do that and operate in the middle of the field, man, you are such a weapon and a reliable target for your quarterback. It's a great example of it here. He works to stay open, middle of the field, ball's on target. It's an easy touchdown.
Extra point up and good from Hopkins. And the Browns are able to cut into the deficit. So the late score gets them a bit closer to respectability. They'll try to get even closer with an onside kick.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the fourth quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
So now Rodgers and the Jets ready to take over once more. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position, instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap and a give to Hall. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
Another run here with Hall. And once again, they try the same runner. They get the same result. Back-to-back carries of no gain. Now it's 3rd down. So this one in the win column for the Jets. They proved much the best in this one. Get a solid performance in all 3 phases of the game and ride that to victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Jets as we say goodbye from MetLife Stadium.
This is for the Women's Tag Team Championship tonight, of course. Alexa instructing the SummerSlam by knocking on the Judgment Day, looking to successfully retain tonight. Chelsea, and I want to mention that they lost themselves a title opportunity a couple of weeks ago with that sneak attack on Charlotte, but they have a chance now with the goal back tonight. We'll have to see if Charlotte can tell 100%. The champ never been clear to me in this match. Alexa, leading in this matchup. That champs are going to work together as a team. Thanks for that. It is like a concentrate on the first step. Apologize if I see the injuries the block game. This is for the women's tag team finals. Oh my goodness. And that's a good face first for the ring post. It's going to be now. The Lakers comes to baby live on NBC USA and Peacock. Smackdown. Michael Cole excited. This is the Kentucky Championship. You get that entry up, Michael Cole. Let's go. We got the most fun seat money ever seen for a long time. I'm telling you. Team title. There's a person playing the inside out of the front by Brock Lesnar on a really great and Charlotte Flair. They're in the apron by Allen Fire and Chelsea bringing it up. We get to storming out of the wall. Chelsea bringing it up. That's not a hero from wherever Charlotte Flair actually went. She has faced herself unluckily successfully defended the tag team titles this past Tuesday night against David Priestley and Connie. The ring looking to win the tag titles for the second time in her career tonight. And like some of this, we're getting a harm's way and she made the tag game. Breaking the ring. That's all the fans are all about. No, Alexa does not make the tag. I'm going to tell you about that. She's inside of my tag. Here we go. And Charlotte put up in the goal line. And say Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss. Oh, it's there. She's got goal. She's got goal. Teaming with Alexa Bliss. She's so much more fun. Are you kidding me? And now Charlotte Flair. It's on into Allen Fire. And Charlotte's fired up here in town. First time this year that the women's tag titles have been defended on Friday Night SmackDown, and Charlotte is putting on a claim. Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss use these tag titles. Instead of guys that buy into this tag team, you still think they're BFFs? Oh, I mentioned before that Chelsea Green was going to be able to get that. I don't know.